It's week 7 of the National Football League. Coming up, we've got Jimmy Garoppolo. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Bengals and the Falcons, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by last year's Super Bowl champion QB in his 14th NFL season now out of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
On first down, it's Stafford. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game. But I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
A nice pickup there. 18 yards. First down, Falcons.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Falcons sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They'll throw on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
They snap it to Stafford. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the 9th-year QB out of Eastern Illinois, author of 2 magical playoff runs in the last 3 seasons, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about his individual performance from last week's game. I mean, he did throw 4 touchdown passes, so he's in sync with his receivers, and they're very confident. Did have 1 interception.
Yeah, 1 pick. They lost.
Yeah, so no matter how many touchdowns he threw, if it comes in a loss, he's not going to be satisfied.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That'll be caught by Cup. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. To throw is Garoppolo. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line. 4 consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller, by the quarterback, the receivers, you name it.
Touchdown, Bengals! Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. 5 plays there in that drive, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford. And Shark calls it in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st down, Stafford here. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Stafford. And he's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1 from the 2. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. He's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. for the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third down. Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a third and long. And that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. On there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, the runner crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Here we go.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. He'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Throwing again is Stafford. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
Problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Here we go.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisk. Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. They start near midfield following the interception. And this is caught on the sideline, and he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Boswell's kick is good. And they pump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now
control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Over the middle to Beckham. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Boswell's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Stafford's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the 50, Stafford. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Kyler Gordon brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here we go on fourth. Stafford. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. So not only up 22 yards in the process. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Throwing is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They snap it to Stafford. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the red zone now, Stafford. And that to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Throwing again on second down. Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Back to throw. Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Will Dissly, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo looks to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. He'll get this down to the 48-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at him, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Stafford, the throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it's Stafford. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Jalen Waddle from 3 yards out. And the Falcons have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Hey, that score does... deserves our excitement, but I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down 20-13, a minute 13 to play. Well, their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Now Garoppolo. Got a man complete. It's Taylor.
Here we go.
Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Pass complete to Taylor. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw is Garoppolo. It's called Beckham. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
Garoppolo. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for the Falcons, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6.